is Nancy Mack, and I'm the Director of Process Improvement at Wing Memorial Hospital. And I wanted to introduce this idea video about how we are working on our lean journey and how important ideas from our staff is to help us on that journey. We are looking at our two main pillars. Our two main pillars of our lean journey is continuous improvement and respect for people. Continuous improvement obviously has to come from somewhere. Our respect for people is our staff. Our staff understand the issues that are going on in our processes. Our processes, a lot of them are broken. Our problems are not obvious to the management team, but they are obvious to those folks that are working in the process. Those things that you do every day to work around those issues. So we want to get those to come out, and we think it's really important that those folks working in the process are feeling respected, that we hear them, we work on solving those problems with them, and obviously that will result in our continuous improvement, and our journey toward lean will be much more wholesome with everybody as part of it. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Kara Ting, and I work in process improvement at Wing Memorial Hospital. And I know a lot of people have been trying to figure out, how does this idea system fit in with the lean culture that we're developing here? And I just wanted to remind you about when you went to White Belt training and we learned about the 8 wastes. The 8 wastes are this neat acronym, downtime. And remember, there was one of the 8 wastes was the N, which is not utilizing employee ideas. And this idea system is a way for us to have a countermeasure against that waste. So think of a lot of ideas.
Good morning. I'm Bob Barnes, Process Improvement Specialist here at Wing Memorial Hospital. A constant theme that I think is really impressive about the lean process and the generation of ideas is people development and problem solving. Where you really see that manifested more than ever is in the huddles that are occurring in all the departments throughout the organization. And what I really have been impressed by is the way that huddles are now being facilitated, not just by managers, but by supervisors and staff. And you see staff taking on problems themselves, and even taking those problems if they're involved in another department and going into that department's huddle and working together to solve problems. And that's one of the aspects of lean that I think is the most impressive.
Or the idea that I came up with is having the business card on us all the time and give it to the patient when we see the patient.
So we tried to think of a simple solution that we could take what we already have and maybe add something to it that would make it easier to understand. And lo and behold, all we had to do was add one word, and it was culture, a simple word, to a type of a mnemonic that was already present in Meditech, which made it obvious that if this particular mnemonic was picked, that was going to be a culture. If they didn't pick this type of mnemonic, it would not be a culture.
I know in financial reporting, we created a collaborative group with our Treasury department, and it actually helped, break down the lines of communication.
Making the phlebotomy lab area more HIPAA compliant. We did some adjustments. We had to build a few walls. We put in a wall. We also decided that we would try and use white noise in order to keep some of the talking, so people wouldn't talk over each other and hear each other as they were there, because it's a part of a HIPAA issue. Like, other patients shouldn't be hearing other patients talking.
So before the idea boards came along, staff would bring their problems to me and I would try to solve them on my own. Now what staff do is they post their problems on the board. We work as a team. We delegate responsibilities out for certain roles that we're trying to improve. And I believe the staff feel more engaged and they like that they're being heard and their ideas are being shared.
It has certainly made our jobs easier, more fulfilling. The engagement of staff is incredible. They're coming up with ideas that we couldn't have come up with in 80 hours a week. Is it hard to kind of give up that control? Absolutely. It's a different approach. It's a different mindset for managers. But it works. It's great.
I think it is a very good tool for better communications and to come up with some thoughts and implement what is best for our practice in the hospital.
I think in our department, it's really helped everybody just kind of hop on board that, you know, everything's changing, so we might as well all do it together.
So originally we had a large group and we found that it was hard to come up, the ideas were vague, like how do we fix everything. So now we've broken down into pods, 3 pods, and it's easier to stay focused on what we want to fix, and we're working on the 3 would be bad debt, credits, and automation.
The biggest wonderful thing about our group is the fact that we have a supervisor sitting with us, and she can guide us, and also when she goes back to her supervisor meetings, she can discuss what we're doing, and the other supervisors can tell her what they're doing. So if there's any interlapping processes, the communication, it just lends to a much smoother, communication, what we're doing and how we can do it better, or what direction we should go into. So I'm super excited about that.
And I guess my biggest aha moment when we changed from the large huddle group to individual smaller pods was that I noticed the staff members were more engaged. They came up with their ideas a lot faster. They were more comfortable talking in the smaller groups. And so we've been able to come up with solutions much more quickly to the large group.
When we first started out on our lean journey, we would gather at the huddle board, and because of the group dynamic, there was a lot. There was 40 people, all trying to share ideas or not. So we thought it would be in the best interest of idea generation is to break up into smaller pods, our idea pods. So we broke out into 3 smaller groups.